Today I'm going to open box 5 out of 67 of a bulk purchase that I made recently. The box number 5 is sealed shut. That's how I picked it up. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it with you guys. We'll see what's in there. I have no idea. I know there's room so that I'm not scratching the records. And I'm sorry about the video's a little off, but let's see what we got in here. Alright. Looks like some 12-inch HMVs on top. Let's see what we got. Now, I'm not a seller. I normally keep everything I've got. I'm a hoarder, I guess, or collector, whichever one you want to call it. But if you do see something in here you're interested in, if you will leave a message, or you can text me at 940-736-8263 and discuss it. I don't normally sell, but I've got 8,000 or so records now, and I need to do something. And here we go. First, we have a Decca long playing. This is probably a 33 LP. Yeah, it's a 33 and a third LP on Decca. I'm not going to keep that because I just don't do that. I don't keep them. Got to have somewhere to say no. I've got a few 33s around the room, but I've got a Beatle introducing the Beatles. I've got Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. Duran Duran's latest Dance Macabre. I've got a limited edition pressing of that, only 1,500 pressed in clear and red. Jesus and Mary Chain, and a signed Gary Newman Intruder, as far as LPs go. Alright. His Master's Voice, John McCormack, Du bist da Ruhe, I guess. And Wo finde ich Trost. In German with piano, forgive the horrible pronunciations. I'm only going to show one side of the record. Let me get a little more light here, see if we can get a better view of the labels anyway. 12-inch. Very nice record. The nice condition records I'm keeping in-house to shelve. The rest of them are going back out to the barn for storage for now until I decide what to do. Next is a 12-inch His Master's Voice, and this is going to be the Melocrino Orchestra Bolero, parts 1 and 2, Melocrino, conducted by George Melocrino. Bear with me while I put these back in the sleeves. These seem to be, at least the top ones seem to be in sleeves, which is good. Next is His Master's Voice in an original sleeve, beat up, of course, but at least it's in a sleeve. Symphony in D Major, Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra of New York, conducted by Arturo Toscanini. This is the Clock Symphony with movement finale Vivace, I don't know, whatever it is. Forgive me for that. Okay. 12 inches Master's Voice, The Two Grenadiers by Theodore Chaliapin in Russian with orchestra. And Midnight Review in Russian with orchestra. If these labels are not clear, please let me know in the comments so the next time I do a video I can make corrections. 12-inch Columbia. Of course, all of these classicals are in nice condition. They weren't listened to that much. Polonaise in A-flat, Conclusion, Etude in A-flat, Pianoforte solo by Solomon, and this is Chopin Op 53. These were boxed and laid down flat. I'll be surprised if there's no bottom breakage. His Master's Voice, Serenade, John McCormack, tenor. And on the opposite side, Ava Maria by John McCormack. 12-inch HMV. A little dusty, but otherwise, very nice condition record. 12 inches, Master's Voice. In Italian with orchestra, Brahma Grandio. Translates to Brahma Great Deity. Toti del Monte soprano with members of La Scala Orchestra Milan, conducted by Carlo Sabino, I suppose. Go ahead and pull it out to make sure the records aren't broken. This is a smaller box than box 4. Box 4 came with some extras laid on top of it. This is just a box. I'm not going to pull all these out. I think I'm just going to look at them and look at the labels. Alright, this is in Italian with orchestra, Ernani in Volami by Rosa Puncel. And Pace Pace Mio Dio. I'm sure it's not Pace Pace, but that's the best you're going to get from me. 12 inches, Master's Voice. Rosa Puncella, O Num Tutelar, O Guardian Deity, and Thou Whom I Implore. I'll adjust this just a little bit, see if I can get a little bit better lighting. "12 inches, Master's Voice." Label's a little dark on this one. Toti del Monte soprano, and a couple of things I cannot pronounce. I'm not even going to try. I'm guessing the whole box is 12 inches. His Master's Voice. Tristan something, Wagner, Kirsten Flagstad, in German with the orchestra. Let's just go that route. I'll show you the labels, and these are in German with the orchestra. Let's see what I need to do. I'm going to make a little adjustment here. You don't want to see me, you want to see the records anyway. His Master's Voice, in German with orchestra. Isolde's Love and Death. Apologize for making these adjustments, just trying to get a better view of the label for you. His Master's Voice on 12-inch. In German with the orchestra. Not gonna try this one. Ocean, Thou Mighty Monster. Well, that might be interesting. There we go. A little sideways. His Master's Voice. In Italian with orchestra, Largo, and Un Furtiva something. 12-inch Parlophone, The Master Singers, The Prize Song Part 1, Richard Wagner, Berlin State Opera House conductor Dr. Weissman, sung in German. And alright, his master's voice in a raggedy sleeve. The London Philharmonic Orchestra, Concerto No. 5 in E-flat major, Op. 73, third movement, Allegro. Ragged sleeve is better than no sleeve. Columbia. 12-inch Magic Notes, Arrival of the Queen of Sheba, Ethel Bartlett and Ray Robertson. Pianoforte duet. Sheep May Safely Graze. His master's voice. Variations and Fugue on a theme of Handel, Op. 24, Brahms. His master's voice. Same thing, only it's a different part. Probably part of a set. Single-sided. Got an angel engraved on the back. This is his master's voice. Caprice Viennois by Fritz Kreisler. English violin with piano. That's the front. And here I think you can see the engraved angel on the back. Not particularly uncommon, but still neat. 12-inch Columbia Amkir, Alexander Kipnis bass. Frank Bibb at the piano. And Der Lindenbaum. Next is a different His Master's Voice label top. The Gramophone Company Limited, Softly Awake My Heart, Madam Edna Thornton. English Contralto, single-sided, got the angel on the back again. And here's the label for this one. Kind of a black and white label, or brown, gray, white, something like that. His Master's Voice. Free of purchase tax. The 24 Preludes, Op. 28, Chopin. Alfred Cortot. I have a son that likes Chopin, so he might want that. Parlophone, Flying Dutchman by Emmy Bettendorf, soprano with orchestra. And the other side is again the Flying Dutchman. Blue label Parlophone. Purple label, whichever you want to call it. His Master's Voice. Enrico Caruso, Vesti la Giubba in Italian with orchestra. And the other side is Pagliaccio non son, Enrico Caruso in Italian. And a lot of people like Enrico Caruso. And this album is record, whatever. Nice condition. Looks like it's been played a few times. No cracks, no breaks, no chips. Columbia 12-inch The Messiah, Isabel Bailey. Accompanied by the Hala Orchestra. Recorded at the Bellevue Gardens, Manchester. Master's Voice, 12-inch. Amelita Galagurci, Una Voce something, single-sided, an angel on the back. The angel on the backs are interesting, but they're fairly common, I suppose. His Master's Voice, 12-inch. Double-sided duet in French with orchestra. Theodore somebody and Florence Austral. $15-minute mark. We'll probably make 25 out of this one. Marcel Journet in Latin with orchestra. O Salutaris Hostia. Something sample not for sale. Can't read the first word. T-O-R-Y it says on the end. Let's make sure it's all in one piece. It is. I just cannot read that, what the writing is. It says not for sale on it, sample. Very interesting. 12 inches Master's Voice. In French with orchestra. Two-sided. I'll let you try to decipher that. His Master's Voice of the Gramophone Company Limited. And possibly the original sleeve, Mr. Harry Durth. London Ladderman Tom. And the opposite side is the angel engraving. So it's a single-sided HMV. Guessing that's not going to be the original record for this sleeve. Still an interesting sleeve. Columbia Blue Label, Magic Notes. Fragments from the opera Wozzeck. Philadelphia Orchestra conducted by Eugene Ormandy with Gertrude Ribla, soprano. Master's Voice, Ombra Leggera by Amelita Galli-Curci, an Italian with flute, single-sided. His Master's Voice and his Master's Voice sleeve, 12-inch, double-sided. Violin Concerto, Brahms Op. 77, Fritz Kreisler, and the Berlin State Opera Orchestra, conducted by Dr. Leo Bleck. Okay. This is the back of it. Arturo Toscanini. 12-inch Decca red label. If I can get it out of the box. Original torn up sleeve. Beethoven Symphony No. 3 in E flat major. The London Philharmonic Orchestra conducted by Victor de Sabata. I'll have a look at this one right quick. Black, shiny, and no cracks, no chips. Maybe not even played. His Master's Voice 12-inch. Concerto number 1 in B flat minor, Tchaikovsky, Vladimir Horowitz, pianoforte, Arturo Toscanini, and the NBO Symphony Orchestra. His Master's Voice. The bottom one seemed to be all in His Master's Voice sleeves. Violin Concerto, Brahms Op. 77, Fritz Kreisler and the Berlin State Opera Orchestra. His Master's Voice, Violin Concerto, Brahms Op. 77, Fritz Kreisler and the Berlin State Orchestra. Third record, so this is a set of records. His Master's Voice, Pianoforte Concerto in A minor Op. 16. Is Greg Benomosic, no way, in the Halle Orchestra. There we go. Next on His Master's Voice is Pianoforte Concerto in A minor Op. 16. Benno, same person, Benno, somebody that I cannot possibly pronounce. Columbia Magic Notes, Black Label, 12-inch. Fantasy Impromptu in C-sharp minor, pianoforte solo by Louis Kentner. Posthumous, it says on it, which is interesting. Next, this may not be a 78. Music for Pleasure. Britain's biggest selling LP label. But it is a 78 of His Master's Voice, and it is Concerto number 1 B flat minor Op. 23. Arturo Toscanini. Guessing this is record number 3, possibly. And number 6, I'm not sure. His Master's Voice. Porci Amor, Lava Preti, Florence Austral, soprano and Italian with orchestra. Ava Maria on the other side, and it's got a possibly some sort of a text stamp. Okay. About 5 more to go. Columbia Magic Notes of Trumpet Voluntary, Harry Mortimer, Reginald Fort, and the London Brass Players. Opposite side, Trumpet Concerto in E flat. 12 inches, isn't it? All these in the box are 12-inch. His Master's Voice. Sirs Your Toast, Peter Dawson. Bass baritone in English, and Room for the Factotum, Barbara of Seville. Next, His Master's Voice, different kind of sleeve. Looks like somebody cut out a picture of Sir Hubert Parry and pasted to this album page or cover. Variations and Fugue on a theme of Handel, Op. 24. Solomon. There's the record. Here's the pasted on picture. His Master's Voice. Tonight's the Night, Selection 1, Paul Rubens. Not Pee Wee Herman, I don't think. Mayfair Orchestra. English Orchestra. Catalog number C-411. Someone has... No, that's part of the label. I thought someone had taped that on there. That's part of the label. His Master's Voice, Love's Old Sweet Song by Essie Ackland, contralto in English, and Poor Man's Garden by Essie Ackland. His Master's Voice, 12-inch. Lorraine de Fleurs, Mayfair Orchestra, English, Gramophone Company Limited. Tax stamps, I guess. Some sort of stamps on it. I'll look at them closer a little later. Decca, Amarilli, Suzanne Danko, sung in Italian. Other side is something I can't pronounce by the same person. Just for kicks, let's have a look. Yep, nice. E condition. I don't really rate records, but that's going to be in the E range. And bottom of the box, Bolero, Boston Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Sergei Koussevitzky. And bottom of the box, not broken. Good condition. I guess they were fairly well packaged. My breakage percentage on this big lot has been very low so far. And that's it for this 12-inch box. That's number 5 of 67. I will catalog them into my spreadsheet. Put them somewhere safe. Do the next box in a day or two, maybe 3. I could just take my time with it and have fun with it. Thank you for watching.